Okay, guys, here's the deal. All of those old, mediocre, boring phones, they're a thing of the past. Ask your hipster niece. Ask your Zoomer nephew. The life-changing Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, it's what it's all about. We're going into rebooting your emotions. The emotions that you once had when you would flip your phone on a hater when you were done speaking to them. Mm-hmm. That emotion is back. That energy, it's back. Samsung is giving it to you with the Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. It takes hands-free pics and videos so that you can take your selfie game to a whole new level. Don't worry, you'll be covered in all of your chats and your talks and your grams, and your style game will also be covered. It goes with your outfit of the day every single day, and it fits perfectly in your pocket. So get the new Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G at Samsung.com, and let's show everyone how to live this life. Click, clack, snap on them, especially when it's breakup season. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with your carrier to be sure. Let's move on.
Hey y'all, from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. There are no hidden fees or price hikes, and all websites are optimized for mobile as soon as you get started, and it is so easy. You just pick out a design template and use drag and drop tools to make it all your own. That's what I did on my website. Went from nothing to something in 30 minutes or less. Like it can be as simple or as detailed as you want it to be. So head to squarespace.com/read to start your free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase. Let them know Kiffer and Crystal sent you, and let's start the show.
When I had food.
Oh no.
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I wish.
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be like a Bottoms anthem, and I wasn't.
Yeah, you never know, right? Typically, I have
what direction you're gonna go in. Yep.
But I'm going 3,000 miles per hour today. Welcome, guys, to another episode of this thing that we do, that we've been doing. God, this show is old.
It is. It's very old. The show is fucking 9. 8? 9? 9?
There are girls that could have been listening to this like in high school.
I'm a horrible
that
parent.
Are in, like grad school now, or fully have children.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes people are like, oh yeah, I started listening when I was in high school, and now I just finished my graduate program and I'm getting married. And it's like, what? Wait a minute, what the fuck?
I just finished my will and testament because I'm old.
It's 9 years.
Yeah.
Right?
About
8 years.
Just about.
Something 8 or 9, child.
Around
one or the other. Anyway, older than everybody else.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
The granny in the room. It feels appropriate.
I mean, I was going to say, when you think about us, the people who we really are.
Yeah.
Are we not the elders in the back judging what everybody else is saying and doing? I really feel like that's us when you really think about it. So,
welcome back, everyone. I'm Riley Curry.
And I am Anita Baker. This is The Read. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for coming back. We're going to dive right into our program this week with our regular goings on. Not wasting too much time this week. In Black excellence, I really loved this story when I read it. It connected with me in my Blackness, in my extracurricular interests, and I don't know, overall vibes. So this 3 friends, this group of powerful Black women in Charlotte, North Carolina. We miss you guys in Charlotte. You have so many trees, and you have a cookout and nice things. And the first Black woman-owned skating rink ever.
Oh my God. Now that is festive.
Isn't that awesome?
Wait a minute. I I cannot believe black people don't own skating rinks. What? Because who even goes but us?
I mean, I'm sure there are way more black owned skating rinks across the nation and world and stuff. But as far as Charlotte, North Carolina,
right.
Black
Got
women
you. Yes.
These ladies are the first of their kind, and it's Rolling CLT. It's an outdoor skating rink right now, and which is obviously perfect for
I was gonna
right
say
now.
it's probably for the best.
And it's also a lounge. They offer skate rentals, a DJ, a hookah bar, because hookah also has
about to say
grip on niggas. Like, I know that the Dominican community is just like, where have you been? You know what I mean?
Right. Because they've been on it.
Girls love a hookah right now.
I mean, and it just still, I mean, as somebody who smokes weed, it does not make a lot of sense. Like, we're just going to go inhale this flavored vape.
It's fun. Yeah, because it has like you know how like smoking a blunt, it's relaxing. That inhale, that exhale, there's just a relaxation to it. I feel like from when I did smoke hookah, it had a similar vibe, obviously just with way more smoke. And then the smoke, tastes like Capri Sun or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like I never went, but it wasn't very often.
Enough to be addicted to it where you have your own hookah and you're
and you got your own equipment, right?
Down the street in the middle of a hurricane smoking it. Did you see that video of that nigga in the middle of that hurricane?
Somebody really did that?
Yes.
Oh no.
That hurricane that wasn't Andy. Who was the bitch that just smacked New York and we had all that flooding?
Shit. Regina? Tina?
Keisha, Kima, Payne,
Angie? Was it Angie?
One of them hoes. The one that just had all the flooding and shit. I saw a clip of one of your cousins in a floaty literally floating down a New York City alley while smoking hookah in the middle of a tropical storm.
I will not believe it.
He's dead. He has to have died. And not from drowning, but from bacteria.
No. Yeah, because why would you... I'm sorry.
Willfully float in New York City alleyway water.
On the street when it's dry. Because it's never clean. So why in the world would you want to just have your body floating amongst this water that has God only knows. Oh no, I'm sorry. Drowned rat juice and all kind of shit. Oh no. No, I actually refuse to believe that. I haven't seen this and I'm glad about it. I'm guessing hookah has some kind of tobacco in it for y'all to be this addicted to it. Because it doesn't make sense otherwise. It's
tobacco based.
Which, I mean, then it even makes even less sense to me. Because like you could just be smoking weed. Yeah. But all right. You can vape weed too. If that's what you like. If you just like to vape things.
People fuck with hookah. Like, it is.
Okay. But, y'all was literally sacrificing your life to go to hookah before the vaccine came out. And I just think you need to ask yourself some tough questions. You need to ask yourself some tough questions.
Stopped. Yeah. Anyway, this is about
June 2020.
Sickening women.
Oh,
Candria Holmes, Brandy Fox, Shaniqua Ussery. These three sickening queens started the first black woman-owned skating rink in Charlotte. Like we said, skate rentals, DJ, hookah, and food trucks. This sounds like a fucking party.
It does. Now all you need is, alcohol is probably a terrible idea, but... Because I just feel like
or fight or
niggas drinking both. Niggas drinking tequila and skating and hookah. It's like adding skates to the club. Oh no!
I will literally buy a section. If you have,
that's the only way you could go and have fun
at this place with all of this going on.
No,
I will.
I'm sorry. Your insurance would be sky high.
Have liquor, period.
Your insurance would be so high. Yeah. The sheer number of people who are going to gouge their eyes out because they're drunk as fucking on stage.
People will die. They will die. That's not these people's fault.
It's not. And it's none of their concern. They probably just selling pizza and stuff and hookah. But, we're not trying to impair your judgment over here. And it does sound like a good time. Like, I want to go to this next time I'm in Charlotte.
Well, Miss Kendria Holmes says they've been working on this vision since 2016. She said, it's always been a dream of mine to open a skating rink because we don't currently have any in Charlotte. Everything else is on this outskirts. Damn. Well, there you go.
Wow.
In 2018, she met Brittany Fox, which is one of her business partners, along with Shaniqua. And here we are. Together, the group made their dreams come true. It says here, and because of them, we can. By opening the first and only Black-owned skating rink in Charlotte. They open Labor Day weekend. And it also says that they're outdoors now and for the remainder of 2021, but they do plan on having an indoor rink open sometime next year. You can currently host private parties at Roland CLT. Ticket prices vary from $11 to $22. You can rent skates there for $3, which is about, typical pricing and stuff. And honestly, with everything going on right now, an outdoor skating rink sounds like it's probably outdoor skating rink sounds like the shit, period. Like, it just sounds like it would be fun regardless. I mean, obviously depending on weather and that kind of stuff. But Black owned by our queens with our crowns. I'm all for it. I love Charlotte. Y'all are rich in culture and you dope people. So if you have the time and space and opportunity and you want to go and show them some love, Roland CLT is what they are called. You can apparently they have a website. It is Roland with no G.
I know that's right.
CLT.com. And I'm looking at it now, and it's fancy and festive. And so you can go over here and learn all about them and go and support them. They deserve
these people got blue Solo cups. So
you already know what it's giving.
What I'm hearing is that this is a fucking function. Right. Let's go.
This looks
Let's just go. Fuck it. I don't need my knees no damn way. Let's
DJ.
just
I
go.
love a lady DJ.
And it stays pretty warm in Charlotte too for like most months of the year. Like you could probably go skating outside in November and be all right. So I hope y'all make a lot of money doing this, and I hope your transition to an indoor space is just as successful. And best of luck. This is good. Get niggas up. At least you smoking hookah on skates and not in a booth. I guess that's something.
Or in a rat infested diseased alley. Yeah.
I'm choosing to believe that's urban legend. Thank you.
I watched it with the eyes got.
Yeah, no. I'm just gonna pretend that it's fake. Is what
I would. Yeah, you're right. I maybe they filmed it at Tyler Perry Studios. It was CGI.
I just feel like Facebook did this. Facebook made this video and they put it out, and I won't accept anything else. It could not have been shot. There's no way Tyler Perry did it. I know that, because then it wouldn't have looked believable enough for you to have fallen for it. But Facebook, they may have. I'm just saying, follow the money and see where it goes.
All right. So now we have our pop culture segment, which is called Hot Tops. Oh, I miss Dick so much. I long for some cut. It scares me 'cause I want it so deep till I can't even breathe. Why would you take Dick away from me? Baby, I just need me someday. And I was gonna keep going, but we have.
I mean, why not? That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was really good. We're gonna need you to cut that one in the studio. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Yes, do it.
All right, Cynthia barely quits. We're fine. Mama has confirmed that she is walking away from The Real House of Hotlanta. She, along with Portia Williams, will not be appearing on the next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta because, Cynthia Bencher left, to be honest with you, and she doesn't have Nene to argue with anymore, and she had her COVID wedding, so she's probably like, girl, I'm good. Like, how much more do I need to do? 11 years. And then, Portia found her, Niger uncle that she married to, or getting married to. And so, is that nigga Nigerian?
I actually do not know. Everything I know about that man, I feel like I learned on Twitter, but he's the hot dog man, right? Or she leaving the hot dog man for somebody who has real money.
I think she left.
More money. Now, let me not say
Simon.
real. Because I think the hot dog man is really rich. But, I mean, good for her, I guess. I can't tell you the last time I watched Housewives regularly. Or that Housewives, I should say. I mean, Housewives of Atlanta. So, I mean, I'm sure somebody cared, but all right. I'm sure it's time for them to shake it up and add some new blood. I don't know who in Atlanta is.
I am saying.
I don't know who's willing to do it that anybody cares about, but you know,
there's so many people that
she's been around for. You said 11 seasons. Yeah, it's okay to be done. Yeah. It is fine. She still sell them sunglasses, right? She got the Bailey agency.
She shouldn't. She posted a photograph of her where she looks flawless as usual. Skin, cheekbones, everything. And she said, after much thought and consideration, I have made the very difficult and heartfelt decision not to return for the next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank you, and the BCB Universe of Bravo, and truly a vision for over a decade of partnership. I can't wait to see that. Thank you to Real Housewives that kissed me for 11 months of 11 of the most unbelievable years of my life. And the most incredible and unforgettable memories. There you go. I'm so grateful to have had this amazing journey. I'm actually what to do. Most importantly, thank you to all my fans. I can have done without your blessing a lot of my time. Next chapter. I look forward to sharing it with all of you. Thank you. Okay. So there you go. All Cynthia's walking away. Portia's walking away. And quite honestly, I feel like they should just fire everybody. Because if it's not the Grand Dame at this point, what is the point? You know?
And I don't know who's even left over there. Oh, Candy. Duh. But who? They've been fired, Sheree.
Candy's not giving up a check. She doesn't care what it is. Candy will die.
What about Kenya Moore? Kenya Moore's probably still on it, right?
Who? Oh.
Kenya Moore?
Yeah, probably.
I was like, am I saying her name right? I mean, yeah. Go see.
Some of the girls are giving.
I can't even think of the cast.
Yeah.
Just do something else with it. Yeah.
Some of the girls are giving its time. And then some of them are giving like, oh, yeah, of course you're not going anywhere. Candy's never going to give away a nickel. She's literally like R&B Mr. Krabs. Like she's never like, there isn't a dime, nickel, or penny that Candy doesn't want. And, you know, Kenya just wants to be seen and heard. So I doubt either one of them is
accurate. No, it's
away.
Too accurate. And I hate you.
Yeah. So I just feel like they should just start from scratch. I feel like they should fire everybody and go and get some brand new, successful Atlanta women in their mid 40s to 50s that are willing to exploit themselves or be exploited by one of the most egregious and disgusting white men, you know, imaginable.
Well, I think Candy has, I forgot about the things you said about him, and then I just remembered.
Yeah, maybe not imaginable. They're way worse than Andy Cohen.
But still,
he sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
You said what you meant.
Yeah.
I think Candy is like the most successful outside of being on reality TV of these girls.
I think so.
Right? So I think it's a good idea to keep her if you want to have like a keeper of the peach or whatever, like the main. I think it's not a bad idea because at least Candy knows other women that we might actually want to see on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's the most likely.
I feel like most of the friend ofs that have been introduced on that show for the past couple of years have not been in any way affiliated with Candy Barras. And I don't know that any of them have risen to the occasion of actually giving a fuck or wanting them promoted. But I feel like if she was, you know, if she did have like a roster of fun, entertaining people to offer the program at this point, we would have seen them. So I don't believe that.
What about Marlo?
Honey, if Andy wanted for Marlo to have a peach at this point, she would have got one. I just don't believe that she's ever getting. Maybe at this point, since everyone else is jumping ship, that might just be like, girl, well, what else do we got?
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't. As far as I'm concerned, you could shutter Housewives of Atlanta, honestly, and do something else. But I'm sure they won't do that. They will find some girls willing to embarrass themselves.
Maybe now's the time. You know, the Kardashians are finally fucking off, at least as far as TV is concerned. Maybe it's time to just cap some other things.
You know, as much as I used to really, and I mean really love Real Housewives of Atlanta, I can't even think of something they could do. Like, that's the thing. I can't even think of people in Atlanta that I want to see subject themselves to this format or to this television show. So, you know, I had a good luck, I guess, to the girls who are staying signed on for next season. I don't even know what y'all storylines are anymore.
They don't. They'll figure it out.
I just don't. I mean, I could not tell you nothing about Kenya's child, Portia's child. Like,
they're cute.
If Candy had another one, I think, whose name I don't.
Blaze. She named it after
Blaze,
the restaurant.
Right, the restaurant. Yes,
that's not true. It was last week.
Right, but I don't keep up with the show, so I'm not invested.
Me neither. I just read this today, and I was like, bet. I heard Portia's leaving. And, you know, Atlanta has kind of fallen off as far as I know for a while anyway. And it seems that the girls are all about Potomac. But, you know, we also know how I feel about the, you know, light-skinned, green-eyed girls over at Potomac.
Yeah, I mean, Potomac is a mess, but at least it's fresh mess.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's fresh mess.
It's fresh mess. Whereas these girls, we see them recycling bullshit and coming up with bullshit because we've watched y'all do this so many times, and there's just, I don't know. The thrill for me is gone. I know a lot of gays are probably pissed right now that I said that.
I feel like most of them are.
You know, go ahead and campaign for your faves to join Housewives of Atlanta, and maybe I'll check it out. Maybe they'll get a name that has me like, wow, I'm going to put Housewives of Atlanta back on my DVR. Can't think of what that name would be.
Take a year off and then just do an Atlanta Potomac crossover where they meet in the middle and, like, I don't know, somewhere in Virginia.
No, I was going to say, where at?
And just get in a cabin together and, you know, drink Merlot and scratch.
All right. Yes. Okay.
Jatavia of the City Girls says that she is not pregnant, and she and it's getting weird.
Is that what she said? Leave her alone about it.
Basically. And by it's getting weird, she wasn't referencing her nigga's penchant for referencing her with a bad emoji.
I mean, she should have been, because that is weird.
But I mean, I think we just don't get it. I think we're just old.
The youth, and that's fine. I'll be that. Niggas don't call me bats, so I'm gonna stay over here where I'm comfortable, and you do what feels good to you.
Just reminds me of a joke that Whoopi Goldberg told once in a stand-up, and you either know what I'm talking about or you don't, and I'm not gonna repeat it. Anyways, so the doll wants you to know that she's not pregnant. Although she was apparently spotted during a show, after a show, with some sort of nausea-fighting wristband, anti-nausea wristband that apparently a lot of women use for morning sickness during their pregnancy. So the girl saw Mama in her morning sickness band and so said, oh, there's a little Uzi on the world, coming into the world. Come live with us in the trap house. There's a room waiting for you.
Lord God.
Come on, come on, come on. Just let us adore you. Come live with us in the palace. There's a room waiting for you. That's like I love that song. Yeah. I sing it to myself every day.
Y'all have to watch that movie if you haven't already. But yes,
so good.
Excellent song. Mm-hmm.
Rebecca Sugar just understood the assignment.
I was going to say, here we go. We finna sit here and stand for Rebecca Sugar for 15 minutes.
Yeah. As if we haven't done that for years.
Right. Like, let's not get carried away. But I see why. At first I thought it was like, you know, she ate some mac and cheese and she was bloated and y'all was doing too much. But if she was wearing something that you normally see, you know, people who are trying to avoid morning sickness wear, then I can see why niggas thought that.
I had no idea that science did this.
Well, I'm not sure that science does do that. I would need to Google them bracelets and see what exactly it was, because it might be, you know, just put this on. It has vibes.
A wristband stop you from being nauseous? That's
what I'm looking at now. Oh, well, here's one that's.
Do you just look at it and be like, this is so pretty, and then you forget?
Let's see. The C-band mama. Is that what y'all are wearing?
What?
I need to know.
C like S-E-A or the letter C?
C like S-E-A. So apparently there's some kind of... There's something that's...
C-band mama. These are lozenges.
Like
no. Some of them are.
It's like an acupressure thing. So I guess...
Oh, I love it.
Wearing this will press on your whatever the fuck.
This is an Apple Watch. What is this?
I mean, I guess I could see this working. I guess.
How?
I mean, it's not like there's drugs or anything in it. Oh, this one is essential oils, bitch.
I am so confused. How to use. Find the correct area, which is in between the two tendons on the underside of the wrist. 3 finger widths from the crease of the wrist. Make the precise precision. Wear wristband and put the button on the marking position. Press for 2 minutes. What?
Okay.
So are you getting... It doesn't...
This is probably one of those things that if you dig into the science, there's either an explanation or it works for some people and not for others. And it's like, do you have $20 to waste on this bullshit? If so, then try it out. Right. And if not, then oh well. But okay. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and like really dig into it and try to find the answer to this while we're recording, but all right.
I simply don't understand. I didn't before.
It might not be total horseshit.
Googling it would have helped, and it really just...
It didn't really know it. I feel like I have more questions than I did before.
These wristbands look like them shits that everybody was wearing, them Rastafarian wristbands everybody was wearing in like 2003 after Sean Paul came out with Just Give Me the Line.
Yes.
And everybody had them shits on. That's what these look
I
like.
remember now. Okay.
But with
I remember that.
Morning after pill in it.
Lord, them early 2000s were a dismal
garbage.
Period.
Everybody
they were really bad, you guys.
Just so bad. Anyway, JT said, mind your business. And it says here, this reduces various sickness. Ship, pregnancy, car, airplane. Mm-hmm. So not just for pregnant, but all of the above.
It's nausea. So
either way, between that wristband that the eagle-eyed fan saw and then another like clip of her sitting down somewhere, looked like she was getting her hair and makeup done. And then there was an emoji, a heart eye emoji covering her belly. People were like, oh, she's absolutely got little Uzi verse in her uterus. Well, not so. JT posted an uncensored, the same photo without the heart eye emoji over her belly with the caption that says, "It's getting weird, 4 exclamation points. I told him put an emoji there because my pants were dirty, but I still liked the video. I shouldn't even have to constantly tell a bunch of strangers I'm not hiding shit." Then don't. I'm not pregnant now. Leave me the hell alone.
You actually don't have to tell a bunch of strangers anything at all.
Yeah, you could have just not done that.
I mean, and did you think the emoji was going to distract people from your dirty pants?
Yeah, because the emoji was covering up the dirty pants.
But like the use of the emoji, especially in that area, when niggas already think that you might be pregnant, like I just don't know how you didn't see this through. I could have told you that this was right or not post it.
Or just not post it. Or be like, oh, my pants dirty. And then wipe them. I mean, they were dirty once the
unedited picture. And you're like, oh, I see why
chapstick or something on her pants.
I mean, once again, you put an emoji over your belly. I feel like I understand why niggas jump to conclusions.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's annoying and they shouldn't. But you also you seem to think that you're like bound by law to address these things, and you're not. You can just ignore these niggas.
They're also not accusations of first-degree murder. You know? like, who fucking cares if people think that you're pregnant, sis? It's like they're not,
That's why you can just ignore it. Like, this isn't, first of all, it's not something that is anybody else's business. You could fully be pregnant. Like,
yes.
It would actually be incredible if one of y'all was like 8 months pregnant and like on Instagram and like, don't ask me about my belly. It's rude. I'm not fucking pregnant. Like I would live.
Yeah, I would
live for y'all to be pregnant and tell niggas to mind their business anyway.
I mean, people do
like, it. Like it's your body and you don't owe anybody disclosure about what's going on within your meat sack, girl. So fuck these niggas. Like,
I mean,
Please.
I think some of the niggas that y'all choose to procreate with are questionable, unless you are questionable.
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly,
You know.
Lil Uzi is questionable. I ain't forgot about them charges that girl. Was it charges, or did she just say that he had did something crazy?
I can't remember if she went
wig.
to the police or not. I think
I was gonna say you said something about it on this show, and I was like, no, wait a minute, what the fuck?
It.
See, so like
He like got into like a fight with his ex-girlfriend and whoever she was like meeting with. I think it was St. John, and I don't believe it was even a romantic date. And she was allegedly assaulted during this whole thing.
Right.
And then he went to like a white party with his current girlfriend, and it was like, forgot all about it, as we often do.
Right. So if you can ignore your stans asking you to break up with this nigga, then you can ignore niggas speculating about whether you're pregnant. You ignore what you want to.
I mean, but JC has spoken out in annoyance before about all kinds of things and rumors, especially rumors in connection to him. So this didn't feel like out of character for her. But I'm just like, again, like, girl, you either pregnant or you're not. If you're not pregnant, you simply won't have a baby. Like, there's no...
Yeah.
You know? And if
and there's no explanation required for that either. You can just continue to live. Once again, who cares? This reminds me of, I won't say it was a conversation, but she replied to me once on Twitter because I said something about how she had mentioned how, like, when she was a regular bitch working at the mall or whatever and had 50 followers, did nobody care about the dumb shit she said? And I was like, yeah, because you were a regular bitch with 50 followers. So nobody was even reading the shit that you were writing, much less giving a fuck about it. Like, what's not clicking? There are more people following you now. So more people are going to pay attention. Like, it's pretty basic, sister, right? Yeah. So she just, I don't even remember what she said, and it was inconsequential. It wasn't like something that got me riled up or whatever. But I just remember that because I was thinking, like, you're doing it now even. Like, like right now, as we are talking about this, you are reacting to something that you could just, I'm not going to say just as easily, but like at some point when you go from being regular to famous or known or recognizable, you have to start learning how to draw boundaries with the people who engage with you but don't know you. You have to, or else they'll drive you the fuck crazy.
And I try to like give some of the girls some room, especially as I'm getting older. I'm like, you know, I don't know what it's like to have as many followers as this person has. I'm barely present online as it is. I don't give y'all much to talk about. So I can't really say what it must feel. And even if you were like a regular girl that just worked at the mall, like regular girls that work at the mall have to deal with people being like, that bitch must be pregnant because clearly, you know, and it's like, you just have gas, you know? So like, I understand that in itself has to be frustrating whether you're famous or not. So I try to give, you know, that kind of room. But then I just think like, girl, in this situation, no one is accusing you of murder or like grand theft.
Right.
It's not a thing that really needs much of a reaction. And I always also go back to the blueprint, and I think they told Beyonce that she wasn't pregnant when she was. And she didn't say anything to us. So what's your excuse?
Well, you know, Beyonce is Beyonce, and if the other girls could, they would. So
then we'd have a bunch of Beyoncés. No, we don't.
But yeah, I'm not saying this to like judge her. I'm saying like for your own well-being, you need to learn how to care less about what these niggas
on the nose. Period. That's exactly
because it's driving you crazy. You feel irritated.
Seemingly,
you feel like like you're the one getting online talking about how annoyed you are with their behavior and how they need to do that. Like, what are, sweetie?
Fuck these niggas. Like,
exactly. Fuck these niggas.
If you were pregnant and if you're not pregnant and like, who cares?
Right, exactly. You're not even accused of the shit your man was accused of doing. Come on now, Tavia.
The way that I would have just posted myself taking a shot and posted that shit and then been like, good night.
Like, I'm going to go about my regular everyday ass Instagram activities if I'm JT. Like, I'm going to do whatever Lori Harvey shit I was going to do that day any damn way.
Bitch, catch up.
Because y'all are always going to talk. If you respond to every
smoking a harsh blunt, then you'll know what the tea is.
Or maybe not, y'all.
Or maybe not. Yeah.
Because I'm just saying, them first few weeks, I might be like, ooh, I'm smoking weed for nausea.
Right.
It's for nausea,
What did
you
my
guys.
doctor say?
I'm going to stop after it has its neurons.
In your nails. Yeah.
Baby, and they're just fucked up, child.
Right. I'm just preparing you for the planet that you're coming into, bitch. Like, this is why I don't.
The trauma starts early around here, right? Hey, don't ask me why I don't have kids no more.
Not to mention, like, imagine somebody passing you to your daddy and looking at Uzi. It honestly makes me crave an all black. I know what I've said about reboots, but an all black Look Who's Talking. Called Look Who's Talking Shit. Yeah. Because babies already love shiny things. So it's about time you took that fucking rock out of your face because somebody was good. That baby would do it.
Oh, no. Please.
Imagine being a newborn baby and looking at this motherfucker like, what did I do?
Oh, my God.
I didn't ask to get here. Who is
you
this?
just gave somebody a multi-million-dollar idea.
Why am I already taller than him?
Okay. All right.
Oh, you already know that they're going to announce a Lil Who's Talking reboot by the end of next year. Probably by the end of this year. It'll probably be a series, not a film. But it's coming.
I just wasn't ready for Look Who's Talking shit. So
it's going to happen. Just ask me to be. I will help write.
So, right. I mean, you should be an EP, honestly. This is your idea.
They're
and
welcome.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, let that girl's uterus be whatever it is. Mind your business. That is true. Niggas do need to leave her alone.
Yes.
About shit like that. And she also needs to manage things better so that she is not getting constantly irritated by people online. Because this is a recurring theme for her.
Go shopping, swimming, rapping, therapizing, meditating, exercising, snacking. Like anything else that just brings you a taste of comfort, because you don't owe anybody on these motherfucking internets an explanation to anything, especially as it pertains to what's going on inside of your uterus. You just don't.
And if you don't have a therapist, I highly recommend it.
Please get one.
I'm just saying, such a good idea.
Let that be the first order of business if you haven't.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what is this man's real name again? What's Birdman's real name?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. Baby's not his name.
The fact that Googling Birdman does not pull this nigga up as the first result.
Brian Williams, better known as Birdman, better known as Baby, was recently asked about all of the times that he's locked lips with Lil Wayne and why. Because apparently we fell through a fucking time vortex into the mid 2000s once again, and here we are. I imagine next we'll be discussing T.I. versus Lil Flip, or why 3LW broke up, or the Crimea River video. But anyway,
please.
Birdman was on a podcast called Big Facts by Revolt, and they asked him once again about why he would kiss Lil Wayne on the mouth. And he once again said he's always looked at Wayne as his son, and because he was a street nigga, essentially he didn't know when was the next time or the last time that they would see one another. And so I guess this was supposed to be like a form of respect and love shown. And, and that's just about it. Once again, why in 2021? Like, when is the last time you even seen these two niggas in the same room? Like, didn't they just like get back on good graces and y'all asking these motherfuckers why they used to kiss again? Like, who fucking gives a shit?
I was going to say, it's been a long time since I even thought about that picture.
Right?
I'm just... Of all the things to ask Birdman, I don't think that would have been on my radar. But now that I've heard this explanation, I'm really trying to think it through. Like, was that something that he saw in The Godfather or something? Did that happen in The Godfather? Because you know how niggas love that movie.
Was always my closest reference for an explanation. I'm just like, okay, well, baby obviously really fucked with like Godfather, Scarface, and like lots of like classic Italian gangster movies. But even then, they would kiss each other on the cheek most of the time in this stuff that I saw, not directly on the mouth. And again, I'm not offended by this, never was. It definitely was something that we would, I guess, kiki about in high school, I think. But now I'm just like, don't get it. Not sure. Even with the explanation, I don't understand, but it's none of my business. I'm not offended. They're adults. They're consenting. You can do what you want to do. And it has nothing to do with gender either, because if Birdman was a woman saying this exact same thing about him and kissing him on the mouth, I would be like, okay, you know, like,
right.
All right.
That's what I was wondering. Like, is it like normally, you know, the Italian mob boss daddy or whatever will kiss you on the lips when you're going on like a suicide mission or something? Like, I'm wondering what was y'all finna do after y'all left that day? What was your itinerary and what was his? Because why did y'all think y'all were never? I mean, I don't know. I've never seen The Godfather or Scarface.
Great films.
I couldn't tell you what happened. Oh no, I know they're not for me.
Really good movies.
I know for a fact they're not for me.
Yeah.
So I figured maybe that was it. Like you kill somebody or you kiss somebody on the lips right before they go to kill somebody, and maybe they're gonna get killed in the process. Who knows? But maybe not. You're acting like that's completely foreign to you. So I guess that did not happen in those movies.
I don't know what the fuck. I mean, maybe. But like, again, I feel like they also did this once on 106 in Park. So were the shooters like outside of, you know, the DC studio? Like what?
Right. Like were they right there? It's still not really curling all the way over as far as a response, but I also don't even think that this really needs a response. Like
it truly doesn't.
Like it was just I don't know. I'm much less worked up about homosexuality than y'all are. Clearly.
And I also think that when it comes to sexuality and street niggas, it is a loop-de-loop that I just have no interest in. You know, when you really get down into the the trenches of those complications, should be making all kinds of... I mean, Boosie admitted to, you know, hiring someone to rape his kid.
Oh, Christ, he did. And niggas act like that was
like he never said it. Like it was totally normal.
Like it wasn't nothing wrong with that at all. So yeah, I only know that y'all are still talking about this 20 years later or whatever because of the, oh my God, was that some gay shit undertone there?
It's clickbait.
There's no other reason to bring this up. So, all right. Well, I see what y'all are doing. I'm not entertained.
From Kanye the church to Kanye the school. Apparently, Mr. West is looking to open a private school in California in the coming future. Donda Academy, it says here. Finding the intersection between faith and the innovation of the future. So you pray and then you use your iPad. Donda Academy is, I don't know. Donda Academy is focused on equipping students with an education that will last in the ever-changing world. It says here that this school is planning to be built on 3.7 acre parcel in an unincorporated area between Moore Park and Simi Valley, somewhere in California, not too far from wherever the rich fuck he already used to live with his ex-wife or soon-to-be ex-wife, or maybe they're not getting divorced. I don't really know. And so it says the property includes classrooms, labs, offices, kitchen, restrooms, a basketball court, and large open field and storage. So literally a school.
Yeah, I'm hearing school things.
Yeah.
So
a tuition-free private school that is also an homage to Kanye's late mother. It will serve 60 students from K to 12 and offer everything from computer science courses to STEM, Japanese, and PE. So again, school. I was waiting on an announcement of some of the courses we could expect. Like probably Slavery or Nah. Choosy Slaves Choose Whips 101.
Okay. I'm gonna
probably a class called Drake and other forms of anti-black hip hop. And then finally, sneaker culture and how to destroy it. These are the classes that I expect to take place at Donda Academy, but only time will tell.
Okay, so first of all, not speaking to you for that.
Okay.
Secondly, finding the intersection between faith and school is just Christian schools.
Yeah.
That is, in really religious schools of any kind. That's not new or groundbreaking in any way. Third, when you say faith, I immediately get very concerned, especially when it comes to Kanye, because I still do not believe that quote unquote gospel music he has been putting out. And I'm not sure, I have a feeling this is like a Kanye faith. Yeah. And so I'm deeply concerned about what these children might be exposed to. But then also 60 students from K through 12 is an average of 4 to 5 kids per grade. So this is going to be an extremely tiny school.
Because I damn sure didn't even try.
It's going to be a very, very small school with probably only 13 to 15 teachers. But even still, that is so much money. And tuition free. Mm-hmm. So who is paying? Kanye is paying for all of this out of pocket?
I doubt it.
So again, where's the money for this coming from? And what is going to be on the curriculum? It's going to be one of them charter private schools where it's they don't have to have anybody from the government reviewing their curriculum or seeing what the fuck they are teaching these kids. This is one of those ideas that I just hope doesn't come to fruition because I don't trust that it's going to be good.
Synth overall. Or sample. I'm just naming classes. In a music production class or something like that, that makes sense. I would not be mad at that. But, also I just feel like there's going to be something about white women and I just don't. I feel like all the teachers are going to be mixed and this is not a good idea. This is finding the intersection between faith and the innovation of the future.
Yeah, school.
So that to me meant that everyone has to
design new stuff for Kanye's clothing line.
No, I just imagine Mary TikToks or performing, Michelle Williams' solo album via Zoom.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah.
They won't be doing nothing that black.
Probably not. No.
I just don't trust it. It sounds like a very bad idea all the way around. If I were y'all, I would not even attempt to send my children to this school. And again, I hope it does not actually come to be. I still feel like Kanye has a lot of very real issues that he needs to address before he starts trying to do this shit, whatever this is. Some of us need to focus on ourselves, and I would put Kanye in that group.
Well, Kelly Price ain't missing and she's not dead, but she might have
thank
died.
God. This was so crazy.
This was insanity.
I said, bitch, what? Kelly Price is missing?
I didn't even review the Brat chapter of it. Apparently the Brat went off on Nikki Gilbert or something like that, and I didn't even read that messy ass chapter.
Oh, God.
Sorry for that. Maybe I'll look at it during the break. But so first things first, I remember the absolute moment, and I don't even really check Twitter super often, but I remember when T.S. Madison tweeted something to the effect of, where the fuck is Kelly Price? She announces she had COVID in July and I haven't heard nothing from her since. Where is she at? And the girls were oh girl, Maddie, you so crazy. And then a hop and a skip later, the girls were filing missing reports where the fuck is Kelly Price?
Wow.
Her own
I did not
sister.
know it was Madison, but that makes
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't even know that Kelly Price mentioned having COVID. I learned all of this from Madison's page.
Right.
Anyway, Kelly Price's sister did some, I wouldn't say it was an interview, but she made a statement where she was saying, I haven't heard from Kelly. We haven't seen Kelly. We don't know what's going on. This was I think after Kelly's attorney claimed she's fine. She had COVID. She's recovering from it. She all right. But niggas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
especially when it comes to this whole COVID thing. Every nigga's feelers are all the way up. We're all just
Correct.
like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? I don't believe you. So we wanted to see Kelly with our own eyes.
I did. I definitely did.
I did as
And
well.
I don't regret that at all.
I don't.
So
Where's she at? What's going on?
right.
And so it was getting real strange, conflicting messages all over the place between her like legal team and friends and then family and all this other stuff. Finally, Kelly said, girl, let me scrape myself off of this mattress and I guess address y'all before, because this is annoying. I truly believe it is only because people kept calling her. Like, I think that she really knew like people were talking about it, but then it was like, y'all won't let me sleep, I guess.
Well, yeah, girl, we don't know if she's alive. We're worried.
We're worried that you may be dead.
You know, and okay. No, I'm sorry. Keep going.
And possibly in a ditch.
Like, we don't know what's going on. And after niggas was just sitting here complaining about all that coverage that white girl, Gabby something, I'm so sorry not to be disrespectful, but that white girl whose boyfriend is still missing because they're like certain that he murdered her and left her ass out in the desert. Niggas have been talking about how black women and brown women and indigenous women don't get media coverage. Nobody cares when they go missing. So bitch, if it's like, oh, ain't nobody heard from Kelly Price in like 2 months. Hell yeah, we gonna ask questions. Right. Like, and if we didn't, then it would be damn, don't nobody care that Kelly Price went missing. You
true.
Niggas don't. Yeah, I sat here and did all this talking about Gabby and y'all ain't saying nothing about. So like, girl, I know y'all are not really getting irritated with us for actually giving a fuck about a black woman's safety. Like, I know y'all not doing that. It makes sense that people would want to see proof of life at that point. It does.
I guess, you know, her family getting roped up in it and stuff like that had something to do with it. But in this little video thing that she recorded and I guess sent to TMZ, because that's who you should have these things. She says that, you know, she had COVID as we knew, but at some point during being her treatment for it, she flatlined. So she died and she was revived by a team of doctors in the hospital. They asked her if she knew what year it was.
Holy shit.
Yeah, all kinds of really frightening shit. She talked about how through tears, the virus has done like a number on her internal organs, her internal system. Yikes. And she has an uphill battle to climb before she can get back to what she calls concert ready.
Oh God, I would hate to think of what that did to her lungs.
Right?
Yikes. What if Kelly Price can't sing?
Like, imagine, like, you already have to, you know, contend with, will I live?
Right.
Then will I be
Which
able
is
to
obviously the bigger question.
Normally
right.
Again.
Right.
And then here's my bread and butter, you know, my singing voice.
Yes.
So right. Of course this lady was just like, girl, leave me alone. I'm literally dying. I did die. I can't breathe.
That's so scary.
She also said that at home, she was being visited and called at all times of night by fans and whatever other random people.
Not fans. Oh my God.
So she literally could not rest, according to her.
Oh no.
So she left home and went to an undisclosed location where, you know, she's now trying to get better. Not only her, but also her husband, who was caring for her when she was, I guess, first diagnosed, then also got COVID himself. So he's trying to get better.
Yikes.
And then she also mentioned that she and her sister have been estranged since her mother's funeral. Her mother, I think, passed late last year. Her grandmother passed right before she was diagnosed with COVID. Kelly's having a time. Yeah. She's having a rough time. I completely understand this lady. Much like our queen, Michaela Cole, said, disappear. Don't be afraid to disappear. Kelly said, I'm disappearing.
Okay. I'm not mad at it either. I just see how the internet got worked up into this hysteria, especially when the family's like, yeah, her husband said she okay, but we ain't heard from her. Like, oh, now we really want to know. Like, where is she at? No, nigga, like, put her on the fucking camera. Let us see her.
No shade. I can understand, like, if my sister, my sibling, knows that we're estranged, you know we don't speak to each other. Therefore, you would not know where I am, sis, because we don't speak.
But see, she didn't include that. She didn't say, oh, me and my sister fell out last year and I haven't heard from her. Because that would have been additional context that would have calmed a lot of niggas down.
Yes.
Especially me. Like, okay, girl, well, I mean, niggas I stopped talking to last year, I'm still not talking to. So they don't know where I'm at right now. And never will. So I'm not really concerned that you don't know this. But yeah, conveniently left that information out.
Right.
Mess.
I'm very eager to figure out how the brat is involved in this. I'll figure that out later.
Well, I looked it up because I just had to.
Of course.
And so apparently Nikki Gilbert said that she talked to Kelly Price and said that she wasn't going to share details and stuff. She was like, if you're like me and you were concerned about her, I just hope you know that, you know, she's good and it does you good. And she's going to be talking about missing women and girls and her own online show called She Speaks Live, where she'll be covering more about this topic and some new Star series and all this shit. And so that's when DeBrat was like, girl, now, if I was talking to my friends and something is wrong or whatever, they not finna get on social media and then turn around and be like, oh, DeBrat's okay, you guys. And just so you know, my documentary, Saving DeBrat, will be premiering on Instagram Live in 3.5 hours. Like, don't use my name to promote my shit when it's something that's like serious going on. And niggas was like really worried. And so we glad that Kelly is okay and all that. But like, don't do all this extra shit right now. You know, like, we talking about somebody's life and you're being very fucking tacky right now, which I can't argue with. I agree.
Can't argue with that either.
I agree.
I just don't have an argument.
The woman who beats bitches over the head with bottles made a fucking point. She made a fucking point. Okay, Nikki Gilbert, you could have left it alone. You could have just said she's fine. I won't be talking about details, but you know, let your heart be rested and rejoice in the Lord that our sister's recovering.
I saw a post from Mia X as well. That was like,
see,
Mia X was like, oh, she's fine. I've, you know, heard her voice myself. You know, she's recovering and right. And I was like, how the fuck is Mia X more knowledgeable? It was just, honestly, the way that everything was said, it was just incredibly confusing. Like,
right.
Of course, as fans, like the people that
because we don't know, right? We don't know that you fell out with your sister. So your sister not knowing about your safety, right? That to me, that is not going to make sense until we hear about all this extra. So I'm sorry that it really, I mean, this was not like a Jatavia situation where it was smart to just ignore it because the police were involved. Like, you don't want the FBI looking for Kelly Price. Like, let's just, you know, somebody give me an iPhone real quick and let's address this before it gets even more out of hand than what it already is. But I just have to say, if I was Kelly Price, the way I would like refuse to talk to my sister for another 10 years off the strength of that stunt alone.
So pissed.
Bitch, irate because you know I don't fuck with you. How dare you do this bullshit?
Kelly also like referred to her daughter as being like easily manipulated or whatever, like her 27-year-old daughter, her youngest daughter. She didn't really go into details as of how. It felt to me as if she was trying to say that maybe her sister or other members of the family somehow also convinced her daughter to be worried or, you know, caught up in all of this hysteria or whatnot. But it does, like, now that the dust is settling, it is giving, were some of y'all just trying to be seen and heard by way of this drama?
Right. Really thinking perhaps that is it. Because, I mean, the sister, like, she ought to, I mean, truly, you ought to take some time and reflect.
Like, what the fuck, girl? You know I haven't talked to you for a year. Why the fuck would...
Maybe she thought this was her way of, like, forcing Kelly into having a conversation with her. But if anything, the fact that I have to address this... Right. Leave us out of it. Like, you're trying to use the general public to manipulate your sister. That's fucking gross, if that's the case. But, like, bitch, I don't know how you didn't think that would backfire. Because a bitch like me, baby, you be lucky if I'm not fucking scheming on ways to slap you in your goddamn mouth. You caused real problems for me. I'm over here trying to recover from COVID, and you caused a real issue for me.
The girls asked me if I knew what year it was. Girl, like,
leave me out of it. Right. Being messy, being ridiculous, doing the most, like Nikki Gilbert.
Kelly,
I'll be talking about this on my new YouTube channel.
Like, what? Glad to see that you are alive.
Yes, very glad you're okay, and I hope you make a full recovery.
Yeah.
And good luck not beating your sister's
so
ass.
Sad, right? I would be so pissed.
Woo! Oh my God! Like levels of pistivity never seen before.
Last but not least, R. Kelly has been found guilty on all counts of racketeering and sex trafficking, as far as the trial in New York is concerned. Unfortunately for me, there apparently was no word on whether he was stricken with grief because masks. So couldn't tell, I guess, how he reacted to it directly in the situation. Of course, it seems as his attorney plans on appealing as soon as they got the opportunity to. Of course. Because they compared this nigga to like Martin Luther King Jr. or some shit. So I know everybody over there is high on the wrong things. He could be facing decades in prison. As far as, you know, this one verdict or sentencing is concerned. And then he still has charges in Illinois and charges in Minnesota. The Illinois charges include child pornography and obstruction. And then Minnesota's 2 counts of engaging in prostitution with a minor and aggravated criminal sexual abuse. The jury deliberated Friday afternoon. They reached a verdict Monday afternoon. This is after 11 victims testified against him in court. And 6 weeks this trial took place. Including all kinds of graphic testimony. And yeah, so it's what she deserves. Goodbye.
True. Yeah, I did not shed a tear. I
shan't.
It's just hard to.
It's kind of mind blowing.
It is. I mean, it's mind blowing that he's finally having to pay after like 30 years of niggas talking about the nasty shit that R. Kelly does. And although I have a lot of empathy for him as far as like the shit he went through when he was a child, he had a very fucked up upbringing in a lot of different ways. This shit was beyond disgusting, and you were clearly not able to be stopped. So,
right.
R. Kelly, I mean, and even now acts like he doesn't understand why people are making such a big deal out of it, or that he didn't some part of him believes that he's really not in the wrong for the things he has done. And that is just really too much for me to handle. But I saw that he's facing anywhere from like 10 to 100 fucking years in prison. I think each one of these charges carries like
likely
very well die in prison, right?
Likely also won't, but
not being sentenced till May. I guess that's how long it's going to take for whatever. I don't know what the Fed's charges look like, or maybe they're waiting for the other cases to go to trial, or anticipating all these different his attorneys doing everything they can to keep him out of jail. But I just, more than anything, I feel for the victims. I feel for the ones we know about and the ones we don't. I feel for the ones who who did not live to see this day. This is absolute terror that he has inflicted in these people's lives. And
it's like, I don't want to like trigger anyone, but it's just like,
yeah.
At the same time, even when things like this happen, for victims, there's still, I think, a level of emotion that is very hard to understand, to overcome, to deal with. Like, not every victim sees their abuser, their attacker, the person that like ruined their life, you know, be brought to justice, and they're just like, wounds healed, peace sign, girls. Like, a lot of them still go in like throes of emotion and not really knowing what to, it's like, I just don't know that enough can really be said for the people who have been put through the shit that niggas like this put them through, you know?
Right.
So it's just, I heard about this offhand. Somebody mentioned it to me, like, literally, we were like having a good day. Literally, it was just like a song.
And then
like,
oh,
today's having like, we're having a good day. And this person was like, this happened and that happened, and R. Kelly was found guilty. And I was like, what? Like, bitch.
Adding right on to
literally
the joy.
And add on like on some would you like fries with that type shit.
And the fries are free. And here goes some cheese to go with them too, bitch.
And seasoned, yes. Bacon and cheese.
Whatever you like on your fries, you getting it for free today, girl. It's your birthday, bitch. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's honestly kind of surreal because I did not think, I just really thought R. Kelly was going to get away with it forever. I really did not think he would ever face any real consequences. And so to have this happen and then reading about like the 2 other cases in Chicago and some random solicitation case in Minnesota, it's like, oh nigga, you are going to jail. Like, and I don't know if it's going to be some fuck up with the DA or whatever this time that'll get you out like it did for Bill Cosby. I don't think that's going to happen.
Who knows
this time? But you know, it's this many cases though. It's like you're going to court multiple times, multiple jurisdictions. You are in trouble, bitch. And this is RICO. Like you're in big trouble. And you're already, what is R. Kelly, like almost 60? Yeah.
It's 58.
Did you think that
54.
telling your victims that they had to write letters talking about how great you were, did you think that was going to work in your favor? Why? Why would you think that? Why would you think? But
because
like,
his fucking attorney thinks that he is somehow comparable to Martin Luther King.
No, his attorney is saying that because it is an attorney's job to advocate for their client.
To be outrageous and ridiculous?
Yes. Well, attorneys,
I don't know.
Attorneys are allowed to lie on behalf of their clients for a reason, not like under oath, but them people don't actually, they know as well as we do that R. Kelly is guilty as fuck, but their job is to get him off, period. That is their job. And so that is what they can focus on. And they will say any manner of absolute dumb shit to try to make that happen. They know it.
God, here we are.
Yes. Thank you, I guess.
Just roaming around.
For this blessing. It's bittersweet, but I'm just so glad to see somebody pay for the terrible, terrible things that they did to Black women and girls and boys. But, you know, we only just now found out about that part.
Child, that's it for the hot tops this week. We're going to take a break, then come back, read your letters, and get on with the things.
Hey, y'all. According to Forbes, gyms, nail salons, hotels, mom and pop stores, and more are set to go on an epic hiring spree in the coming months to meet the pent-up demand for all these services. I personally cannot wait until we can get back to concerts, comedy shows, hint, hint, wink, wink. All these businesses reopening means that millions of jobs will need to be filled. So where do these businesses go to fill these roles fast? That's right, girl, ZipRecruiter. Right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. When you post a job on ZipRecruiter, they send it to over 100 top job sites, giving you access to their network of millions of job seekers. ZipRecruiter's matching technology scans resumes to find qualified candidates for your open roles and proactively presents them to you. You can easily review recommended candidates and invite your top choices to apply for your job, which encourages them to apply faster. So again, right now you can try out ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/theread. That's ZipRecruiter.com/THEREAD. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/theread. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire. So go hire somebody great. And let's get back to the show.
We're back. It's time for your letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may read them aloud on the show. We're going to keep it short this week since we are running out of time. Here's one quick question, though, from somebody who wants to know if you've seen Marvel's What If, and they said that Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan reprised their roles, which I was like, wait a minute, what? So Chadwick filmed this before he died?
Yeah.
Oh, now I have to watch it.
It's an animated like Marvel series on Disney Plus that kind of like the title implies goes, hey, what if this happened with these characters in like an alternate universe? And so Black Panther or T'Challa is in the series in a different way, and the same thing for Michael B. Jordan's Killmonger character, but they reprise the roles like they voice the characters.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's a lot of fun, especially because they get to be very different than, you know, the characters that you know them as. So they got to act as those characters in different ways and different tone and stuff like that. And it was really fun and bittersweet because it's like, it's his, oh man.
Okay. Well,
they feel.
Now I'm going to watch it because you look all soft and tender.
I mean, it is fun. You know, it's not like the best Marvel show ever, but that definitely, I was in it for that best episode. I think it was like the second episode is when he pops up for the first time. But it's like fun from the nerd perspective, and then also it's like,
there's episodes. Okay.
Yeah, it's a series, but I thought
it was just like a special, like a one-off type thing.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do multiple seasons, but it's we don't want it without. I mean, I don't want it without Chadwick if he fucking recorded the first season or whatever. So, okay. Well, I will fire up the Disney Plus at some point this weekend when I feel like crying and and play Kana Bridge of Spirits on your PlayStation.
Who? Kana? How you spell that?
Kana, Kena, Bridge of Spirit. I don't know why there have been so many great games about like people that help spirits cross over, but that's essentially what Kana is. But it's more of like a mix between like, I don't know, Zelda and Pikmin maybe.
Oh, okay. I think Spiritfarer also put out an update that
They did.
So I need to hurry up and do that and sign up to do that. Okay. I keep a list of all the video games you tell me to play.
Kana's like literally playing a Pixar movie. It looks it looks like a Disney film.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I won't go to bed, and I really need
like the characters, and then you make these little cute little spirit friends called the Rot, and they're like these little black, cute, squishy guys, and they follow you around and do tasks with you, and you help spirits cross over.
Okay. Oh, all right. I'm gonna play that for real, and I'll tell you how much I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Our first question this week comes from Abby, who says, my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 3 years. He's a great man and I love him a lot.
What's the problem?
He's Jamaican. And
well, there it is.
You had terrible time. The worst time.
Or the best. What do you lie about, girl? How many are pregnant?
Okay. When we first started dating, sometimes he would show me posts or messages on his Facebook, and I would see him calling other women baby or baby girl.
Oh, okay.
It really annoyed me, but he explained that it's pretty normal in Jamaican culture to say those things without it actually meaning anything. However,
it's true.
I still didn't like him calling other women the same thing that he calls me, and he understood and stopped.
Okay.
Here is where I think I might be going a little bit crazy or I might be too jealous. So she's admitting this might be her.
Mm-hmm.
He's friends, quote unquote, with a lot of women he doesn't actually know in real life, which to me personally is weird. I don't have Facebook or even Instagram, but when I did, I only friended people I know or celebrities. Sometimes these women be posting pictures and they look really good. And it's not that I'm jealous or worried about him being faithful because he's allowed to look, but it's very annoying to me that he presses like or love on these posts. And I get all worked up when I see it. Like, damn, do you really have to go out of your way to like their pictures? Do you think I'm being overly sensitive or jealous? And how would you guys deal with this if you were in my shoes? Thanks, Abby. See, you stereotyped the Jamaican man. He wasn't even doing nothing wrong.
We don't know that he's doing anything wrong.
You was so ready for this nigga to be like, I got 3 women pregnant. Wow.
So this nigga's basically just liking pictures.
He's liking pictures. I mean, he's friends with women that he doesn't actually know, just random strangers. And then they're not famous or anything. They're just women.
Pretty.
Probably. Internet friends. Right.
Or just
probably.
Girls. Yeah.
Right. Or just girls. So she does not like, it's okay for him to follow them, but she doesn't like the fact that he likes, or I guess Facebook will let you love a post.
That's dumb.
And and this is something like she's not sneaking to look on his phone. It's like he's looking and showing her these things. And then she sees the little love or whatever. And she's like, nigga, how dare you? So.
Wait, is
she being overly sensitive or jealous? And how would you deal with this if you were in Abby's shoes?
I mean, I'll be honest with you. At nearly 34, how old am I? Nearly 34, listen, when I'm in a situation where I'm comfortable with us and we have a level of trust, which is just integral in anything.
So important. So important.
Like away. They could be nudes for all I care. Like, now,
Truly.
if I feel like they're bad nudes and you like them, then I'm going to be like, damn, well, what the fuck do I look like? You know? Then we need to speak. But it's like...
Not you being judgmental about the nude quality. Like, nigga, you liking these grainy ass bitches?
Like, what is that giving? You know? So what do you find attractive? Why are we
That bitch didn't even rub her camera off first. And you over here loving that shit. This shit is blurry. Niggas chicken grease all on the lens.
Like, what's Windex cost these days?
You can make your own Windex.
Come on.
At home.
So yeah, I feel like liking pictures is just who cares type. I mean, that's what they're for, you know, like that's the most basic form of engagement, especially with people that are quote unquote friends of yours. If these are people that he has like no connection with and he just salivates over them all day long while scratching his balls in front of the game and, you know, just liking pictures of girls and he pays you no mind or whatever, then yeah, just break up with him. And it's not even just because he's liking pictures because he's gross. But if he's just liking pictures of girls that he calls friends, whether they're sexy or not, I just think it's unattractive to be pressed over that kind of thing. And I think that there's actually a lot more power in being the furthest thing away from pressed when it comes to that. Like, don't let this, like, stop letting these niggas see you sweat, but especially over shit like that. It's not worth it. It's super not worth it. It's not cute.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I think, will do you far more favors if a nigga feels like you don't remember his name. To be honest with you,
stay detached. It's too late for that, though. You know, 3 years together.
You know what I mean?
She's all in.
Actually, no, it's not. It's never too late to flip the script.
Okay,
it's never too late to flip a switch on a nigga. Absolutely, never.
Strategy.
Actually, it's
I'm not
perfect time to do that because that's giving. What's the tea? Like, what happened?
I wouldn't recommend just doing that out of nowhere. That's a little crazy. But I think it's interesting that she said that she's not like jealous or worried about him cheating. And yet she has this reaction to liking pictures. It's like, I think you are actually worried about or concerned. There's like, because what else is this based in then?
Yeah, what could be the problem then?
What is the problem with him liking
Does he
pictures
not like
of women?
yours?
If it's not, well, she doesn't have these apps. anymore. So she doesn't have these.
That's what I'm saying. What the fuck is the problem, sister?
Right.
If you were posting back shots and selfies and he never double tapped, but all of his homegirls got love, then I would be like, okay, what's it giving? But you're not on the gram. You claim you're not worried about him cheating on you. And he's doing what people do for their friends' pictures.
Right. This is very normal activity. If he was leaving like disgusting, filthy comments or something, that would even be something else. But a like, we could discuss
certain emojis.
Right. Exactly. Like the dick emoji should never be used, nor the peach emoji.
Banana, even
right. None of them. Like nothing that's dickish. None of that should ever be happening.
Hard eyes. Anything with a tongue out.
No, I'll break up with you for that tongue out emoji. You got me fucked up.
I don't give a fuck which one it is.
Because what on that bitch you trying to lick? It shouldn't be nothing. Not one fucking thing.
No,
you actually don't even. You don't should not even be using emojis
at all. Really.
But I just think a like or a love, whatever. It feels so stupid to even say that out loud.
That is dumb. It is dumb.
I just feel like this is. It's not something I would get worked up about. So I think if I were you, I would ask myself, am I a little bit pressed that maybe I think these girls look good and I'm a little threatened by that. And I feel like maybe my man likes that more than me or something like that. Because if that's the case, then you should tell him about how you're feeling. Let him reassure you, as he should, that you don't have nothing to worry about. And then remind yourself that even if he does cheat on you, you cannot control that. I'm not even going to say nothing about him being Jamaican. That was so stereotypical what Kid Fury did. And I'm not even going to bring that up. I will just say that you can never control another person's actions. So maybe you should say, okay, you know what? I'm secure in what I will do if this nigga cheats on me. Because I can't control what he does. But I know that if he cheats on me, I'm leaving his dusty black ass, or I know that I am going to
buy the dress
pour Windex in his fucking engine. Like, I know what I am going to do to exact my revenge or just leave this nigga. Like, I just feel like we cannot control other people's actions. And so be secure in yourself and know that you will take care of yourself regardless of what he does. And then just try to enjoy your relationship, because you have to be vulnerable if you really gonna be in love with a nigga. I'm sorry, you have to. And that sucks.
But it's true.
Vulnerability is garbage. I don't recommend it, but if you insist on being in love, I just don't think you can do it in a healthy way without vulnerability. And you have to have trust, like a real trust between the two of you. So sounds like you need to do some deep thought and then have a conversation with your man if you really are feeling insecure in some way. And then, reassure yourself that you can take care of you regardless of what he does. I get that you're like big in love, but you should still be in a mindset of taking care of yourself, even when you're in a relationship.
Yeah, I think the advice of like going for the plan now.
Yeah. Know what you're going to do.
You can't stop none of these niggas from cheating on you. Period. Like, let's stand
and you
in
shouldn't
that.
Even be
if he's
interested
gonna do
in
it.
That.
Exactly. If he's going to do it.
You want to end up.
If she's going to do it, if they're going to do it, it's going to happen. There's nobody that you can intimidate. Yes. There's nobody that you can block. There's nothing that you can say. There's nothing that you can do, wear, cook, that's going to stop a cheater from cheating on you. It's just going to happen. So what you can do is know who you are, what you're worth, and have your things prepared. If that does happen, hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, what the tea is. I say buy the freakum dress today. I say decide exactly what the cutout is going to be giving or the illusion, and have that somewhere in the back of your closet. Because if it happens, you're putting that bitch on and you're hitting free before 12. And it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's the plan. I think that you need to just go ahead and be solid in who you are and what you have to offer, and let them and stand in the fact that it would be that bitch's loss.
Right. Because if you don't, you're going to end up like one of them high yellow women on Real Housewives of Potomac who spent the last 30 years of their lives begging niggas to stop cheating on them and monitoring every single thing these men say and do in the hopes of catching them or keeping them from doing something when all the while them bitches could have been free mentally and physically. You don't actually have to check up on niggas. You can just let niggas fuck up and then leave. You can do that. But good luck to you, Abby, working through that. But I think you can get to a conclusion here that does not involve leaving your man. Unless he really is cheating, in which case, ha, girl, you knew it, didn't you?
You did. You did.
Now what you gonna do?
Yeah.
All right. Our last letter comes from Josh, who says, Dear Crystal and Kid Fury, I am a gay. Oh, it just says I am a gay. I am a gay, and recently...
I really hoped that it did.
It just says I am a gay.
That, and it does.
And recently I was talking to a guy that I met online. We went on a couple of dates and everything seemed fine. He kind of seemed different from other guys that I've met before. I honestly hate to admit this since I have only known this man for a couple of weeks, but I saw myself being in a relationship with him. Plus, the things we were talking about made me think that things were going to go further. One day he FaceTimed me, and for some reason I just had a bad feeling in my stomach. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was not good, and that night I did not get any sleep. I was waking up every hour. What? That morning, I texted him asking him about how he slept, and he said that he was up all night thinking about us, and that he doesn't think that it's a good idea for us to date each other. He said he likes me as a person, but he doesn't have romantic desires and doesn't want to lead me on. He then showered me with all these compliments like, oh, you're so sweet and smart and cute, just to soften the blow. But I wished him well and then deleted his number.
Work.
I know I'm not supposed to be invested in this nigga because I've only known him for a little while, but this same situation always happens to me. It doesn't matter who I talk to. It just ends with the guy telling me that he likes me, but he doesn't see things going further. It's gotten to the point now where I just force myself to be mad at whoever the man is so I won't be sad and end up possibly falling into a depressive state. My question is, how can I stop blaming myself when a person wants to stop talking to me? I honestly feel like it's my fault because this same situation has happened to me over and over again. Please help. Thanks, Josh.
Well, Josh, I think that first of all, you have to kind of give yourself a break in terms of like what all of this stuff means, like in general, like you're dating, you know?
Right.
And I understand, you know, the desire to be like booed up, coupled up and stuff, like totally get that. But dating is just about feeling things out, getting to know people, you know, trying your best to go into situations without getting too tied up at first and stuff like that. But even if you do, there's still a lot of risk involved. Like you said earlier, you got to be vulnerable to a certain degree.
Trash.
But I guess I would maybe try to look at it more as like, I was thinking of Guess Who, but that's the wrong game. I'm thinking of a game that goes with pairing. Am I thinking of... No, it's not Solitaire. No, like a game about... A card game where you pair things.
Go Fish?
I don't think I ever played Go Fish, but maybe.
Oh, wow. I feel like there's a very obvious game that we're missing here.
It's all about matches, right? And what I'm saying is...
Okay.
What I'm saying is, rather than looking at this like, oh, this didn't work out, this person just wants to be my friend, or this, you know, this person doesn't see a relationship with me or whatever, something is wrong with me. Maybe look at it like, this isn't my match, this isn't my match, this person is not my match, right? Because that's more likely what is going on. It's not like no one is out there for you. No one out there is going to see you for the dope person that you are. You know, it's just maybe that you are not meeting your matches. Now, there are sometimes some questions you can ask yourself, like, what is the common denominator with these niggas? Are you meeting and dating a lot of the same type of nigga?
Could be.
is there something that maybe we could switch up in terms of who's coming to sit on the other side of that table when it comes to the dates? But I think overall, maybe it might help to just kind of look at these less as like, you know, potential suitors or something that, you know, measures your value as a person or a partner, and just like, oh no, this isn't the one for me. I don't know. Maybe think of it as like trying on shoes or something. You just keep going until you get the shit that fits, and don't, if it doesn't, just don't try and make it fit. You're gonna walk around and eventually gonna get corns and bunions.
Right. And fuck your feet up for something that was never good for you in the first place. You just needed a different fit, some other size that was right for you.
What the fuck?
I like that analogy. No, that makes a lot of sense, actually, because niggas be trying to force themselves into shit that do not work.
Yes.
And like relationships are work, but it should not be all that. So I feel for you. That's a rough space to be in, to feel like, damn, these niggas, like, I just can't seem to catch a break in the dating world. And it's easy to internalize that, like, oh, if nobody wants to pursue things with me, it means something's wrong with me. I'm trash. I'm this. I'm that. And I don't know, because I've definitely, it's not like I've never felt that way before. I have, but I just kind of feel like you miss one dyke, next 15, another dyke is coming. Like,
it's very true.
Everybody is not possibly going to work out for me because I'm very particular about the kinds of personalities I have around me. And it is just a fact that most people are not going to be that. So
it's simple math. It just is. It is. It's, yeah.
Like, I don't want to start talking about like statistics and probabilities, but yes. The number of people I actually want around me in a romantic space it's a low number of niggas out there overall. So, I don't know. If you don't have a therapist, I would recommend talking to a therapist, because you might have some underlying stuff going on there about like your own self-worth. But I think it's just important to remember that dating is hell. Nobody likes it. Like, niggas who are married be like, whoo, what is it like out there for y'all? Is it still trash? Is it still the absolute garbage fire that it used to be? And it's like, girl, it's even worse.
Yeah.
They're all living on these apps and everybody's a fucking influencer, and you dating niggas now and they want you to fucking take their pictures for a photo shoot outside of a fucking brick building or something. Like, girl, I'm weary and I do not want to do this. Like, it's worse. I don't want to do it. So whatever flaws you think you may have, there are billions of people in this world. Somebody likes you the way you are. It's not that you need to be changed as a person, but this is a difficult process. And it sucks when especially if you're the type to be like super heart eye emoji and just wide open and ready for love every time you leave the house. Like, it's got to be much harder if you've been on a few dates and you're already thinking about moving in with a nigga. So,
but also, like, back to my favorite analogy, the bus, the 15-minute bus. Like, even if you had this situation with 5 niggas this year alone, do you know how many niggas there are out here?
Oh, yeah.
Even just gay and black.
So many.
You know what I mean? Many. It's like, I'm not going to diminish the fact that it is incredible. Like, dating is hard for the queer community, especially. Yeah. And then if you're looking for someone of quality,
there are options though. Like, it's not, it can look bleak. It can look bleak. Oh, and it can look bad.
Even one bad experience or like sucky experience can be draining enough to make you just question ever dating.
Yeah.
But you got to remember that there are so many niggas out here. Like, don't get to beating yourself up and start judging yourself because a scoop of niggas have been like, I think you're dope. I want to be friends with you, or I don't see this going anywhere. So there's so many niggas, probably even in your city alone. You could probably live in a small town and they're still going, like, you have options, love. So don't get into yourself. Don't get to beating yourself up. Go in the opposite direction and get to loving on yourself before you get to hating yourself. And then go back and hit the streets when you're ready to. And I'm still a firm believer in that the nigga will find you before you go and find them.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, it can feel really hopeless, but you're just looking for one nigga. Just one. It's just one. I mean, unless you're not. But if you're looking for like that boyfriend and that hashtag family life
That's
or
what
whatever.
it sounds like. Yeah.
You know, you just need one of them to not be complete trash. Yeah. And, you know, I feel like it will happen for you. But yeah, there's just this. I don't know you as a person, so I can't speak to what all could be at the root of why you feel this way. That's why I recommended seeing a therapist. But, you know, rare is the person who's like, oh my God, I love this process of trying to make a deep spiritual connection with another person. Nobody enjoys that shit. People enjoy casual fucking and going to the club, random hookups, shit like that. But the process of like,
it's true.
But like trying to find love, I'm sorry, it's not fun. So be gentle and patient with yourself, Josh, on your journey, and let us know when you find your man. Send us an invite to the wedding. I would love to be there.
I'm not coming.
I'm probably not going to come, but in theory, I would love to be there.
I might send you a gift.
Yeah, let's end it there this week. If you have questions for us, send it to asktheread@gmail.com. We're going to take another quick break and be right back. Hey y'all, the holidays are coming up, and if you're selling anything online, then it's time for you to get ready for the busiest time of the year, and you can make shipping the easiest part of your day with ShipStation. With ShipStation, so easy to say, ShipStation. You can easily import orders from any sales channel and automate just about any shipping task. ShipStation integrates all selling channels into one simple dashboard so you can seamlessly connect carriers, print labels, and get products out the door fast. Over 100,000 sellers use ShipStation in their business, including us for our merch sales, because ShipStation works with all the major carriers and gives you exclusive discounts on UPS and USPS shipping. With ShipStation, small businesses can now access the same rates usually reserved for Fortune 500 companies without the contracts or commitments. Again, we use it at shoptheread.com to get our merch orders out, and it could not be easier to get started. According to Alex, it's very easy and incredibly intuitive to use. Plus, you save money on your shipping rates, and it is never too early to start prepping for the holiday rush. So go ahead and get a head start. You can use our offer code READ to get a 60-day free trial just in time for the holidays. That's 2 months of stress-free holiday shipping for free. Just go to shipstation.com, click the mic at the top of the page, and enter in READ. With ShipStation, you can make ship happen. All right, go get to work, and let's move on.
What is old is new again, because nothing is new under the sun except fun new technology with way better features, like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G. It's the phone that is setting the street on fire and the interwebs and the hashtags with its classic flip phone flashy design that's been upgraded to the max with eye-catching colors. Closed, it fits directly in the palm of your hand with notification previews that keep you in the know directly right there. Then you flip it open. You know, if you're someone like me, you do that with fervor.
Dramatically,
demand.
Correct.
Yes, and dramatic effect, because why else have it? You flip it open into flex mode to take hands-free selfies, group shots, or videos. No more relying on strangers to take post-worthy photos or attempting to prop it up with an old-fashioned pop socket. Stuff of the past. This phone truly holds its own, literally. While it's physically small, the reactions are big. People's curiosity cannot be contained. Everyone's talking about it, singing about it, and dancing about it. Get the new Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G at Samsung.com and show friends and followers how to live this life. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with your carrier. Let's get back to the show. Okay, guys, we're back. It is now time for the read. Take it away, Chriselle.
Well, I really don't have much to say this week. I just wanted to say, first of all, no, I really do not. My mental health is terrible lately, and I am just trying to get through school without failing. So
I wept yesterday.
I've been weeping for like 2 weeks, and the retrograde started.
Had one of those.
I am in hell.
I can't breathe. My eyes are swelling up.
It is so bad. It's so bad. I don't know why it is so bad right now, but Jesus Christ, it's like, can a bitch just have a break? Like,
I'm fine.
Yeah, no, don't like hit me up all concerned or whatever. I'm not gonna. But you know, it's I'm just struggling.
Therapy,
weed,
wine.
My medication's okay.
My mommy. Okay.
Oh, that's sweet. Yes, that's.
Even my dad looks away from the game and is like, tells me he's proud of me and stuff.
I wasn't even going to say nothing, but I love that you're. I mean, since Issa has told your secret now, are we going to talk about it finally on the show or not? Okay, we're not. Yeah. All right, so that's fine. I just wanted to say to the FedEx employee who made a TikTok video about how he does not deliver packages to homes if they have Black Lives Matter flags or Joe Biden or Kamala Harris stuff.
What?
Yes. So Vincent Paterno, who worked at FedEx and was wearing his uniform and in a delivery truck, posted a TikTok saying that if you got that Black Lives Matter bullshit or that Camel Toe Harris bullshit in your house, I'm not delivering your shit. I'm gonna bring it back and I'm gonna keep doing that shit and fuck you. And so, of course, the users of TikTok were not having this shit, flooded it to FedEx, and then FedEx said, yeah, this individual is no longer with the company. We are absolutely appalled and don't know what the fuck that nigga was thinking. Meanwhile,
me neither.
He posted another TikTok saying that he was not fired. Thank you very much. He quit.
Word.
And said, I didn't know I could get fired when I didn't work there anymore, which is like, okay, sister, we all know that.
What the fuck were you talking about, bitch?
FedEx called you into the big conference room and said, have you heard of TikTok?
Been there, honey.
I wouldn't even go say it.
Deep lore, yeah.
I'll just never forget reading that and
it was
just
literally
sending
you. It was literally
just a quick.
You. We hadn't even met at that time.
We hadn't. And I just said, I feel like this isn't going to
end. You were literally the one that were like, they're going to find you. And then they did. Oh, girl.
I just remember it so clearly. I remember thinking this
I'll never forget it. Yeah.
Go well.
Highlight of my life. Yeah.
You got called into the big conference room with like 3 or 4 niggas in the big. I was talking about Vincent, but you as well. Yeah. And just like I told you, they're going to Google Kid Fury and see your YouTube. They said, Vincent, have you heard of TikTok? And you knew right then what the fuck was going on. And I think you probably had the choice to leave or not, but either way, you weren't going to be working there.
Yeah, that was the end of your job.
And that was incredibly fucking stupid. Just don't know what you were thinking. Like, you must didn't need this job. This must have been a job you did for fun on the side. You didn't need the insurance or the check or none of it. You were doing this for the absolute hell of it. Because, girl, what would make you think you could say this shit as an employee? But not just an employee. You're in the fucking uniform and in the fucking truck. Like, it could not be more, hi, I'm a representative of FedEx, and these are my views about Black people. Like,
hello,
just
I'm Mr. FedEx. I'm Mr. John Jacob FedEx. I own the company, and here's how it works.
Man. Yeah.
Who the fuck do you think that you are, bitch?
So stupid. So I was glad to see that dumb bitch is no longer with FedEx. Secondly, I wanted to say to the dykes who are fine.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how to put this in a nice way because I have no business saying it, but I don't follow you to see your wife. I'm not trying to be rude. I get that you're in love, but like, I don't follow you for that. I'm not even following you to be disrespectful. Like, I would never, if I know you're married, I'm never going to show up in your DMs like, what's up? I'm never going to do that. I'm not that bitch, but I don't follow your wife. I just don't follow your wife. I follow you for a specific purpose. And your wife is fucking that up. Which is the point. I know. I'm just saying. Somebody who plays for the Phoenix Mercury is very bad about this. And is endlessly frustrating. I had to unfollow her on Instagram because it's like everything her wife posts, she reposts. And I'm like, oh my God. We get it. You're married. Why do you keep fucking up the fantasy? Like, God damn. Okay. Shit. Fuck.
Phoenix Mercury sounds like a power plant.
Oh, I love that you don't know what it is. I love that you don't, Mr. Sports Analyst.
Of course I know what it is. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it could be, but one of their player. Oh, is it obvious? Because we can talk about the Phoenix Mercury's most recent game. Right, exactly.
This
Let's
isn't
not even do it. Wow. So, I mean, but she's not the only one, but she's the one who inspired this rant. Like, you fine.
Yeah.
So, like,
this is such a specific lesbian thing because it's like it's not even just because a lesbian that posts her wife is going to like.
Mm-hmm.
It's incessant. Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, they be obsessed with their wives, and I get it. But like, God, like, you fine, and that's not what I'm here for. I'm just
incessant.
And like everything she posts, does it really have to be like every single thing she? Okay, I get it. You love her, but I don't know her. I'm here to look at you. But all right, I understand. But I'm annoyed. But I get it. So just please stop, please. If you're fine and I follow you because you're fine. And I don't want to see your wife. Just as little. I get it. It's Christmas. It's her birthday. But every day. Really? Every day with your wife? Okay. What? I'm serious. This is like, I have such few joys.
It is something though when like a solo page becomes a group page.
Yes.
Where it's
God
like,
damn.
Oh, girl. Like,
yes.
Fuck. Damn it. Does she have a page of her own?
And she does. We can see her username. We just don't want to follow her. We are here to look at you.
Guess what, sweetheart? If I wanted an endless stream of your misses, I could go there directly by way of your bio where you've put the ring emoji directly next to her handle.
We get it. That's all I'm saying. We get it.
The case.
You're in love.
Niggas do this shit too. Like, not as often as women do, obviously, because girls love girls in a different way.
They be so upset. Right. And I'm not, obviously I understand, but like, girl, please.
On both sides. Like,
I just want to look. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then this last part is not even a read. When you said something earlier that made me think of this, but the other day, Gordy went on a weed run for me and was dropping it off at the house. Probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway.
Yeah, maybe not.
Anyway, it's illegal now. He had me looking at Q-Force on Netflix. Have you heard of this show?
Yes.
So apparently the trailer, I never saw the trailer or anything. I never heard of it at all till Gordy had me watching it. And I guess the trailer had people thinking it was going to be like real white gayish and real like irritating or whatever. But when I tell you, this was one of the funniest fucking TV shows I have seen all year. I'm obsessed. I've rewatched the whole season twice now. When I fucking love this show. I love it so much that the main black character has bright green eyes and it does not bother me.
Well, it's a cartoon, so like
yes,
less
it's a cartoon
off-putting when it's in
right. It's a little less off-putting because at first I was definitely like, you got me looking at a bitch in color context, Gordy, like turn this off. But it is so fucking funny. Incredibly talented cast. I'm not going to give away too much of it, but I adore every character and it's just extremely well done. So go watch Q-Force if you're looking for something on Netflix, something gay. I don't know if I would recommend it to straights. It might be outside of straight understanding, but I'm not, because there are a lot of gay references.
Need to be watching this shit anyway and then Google. Like, we've done it for your fucking straight garbage for fucking ever. You can take 2 seconds to watch something gay and learn something.
There's a tiny little skinny white gay boy character whose name is Twink, literally Twink.
Oh, God.
And he is a drag queen, a master of disguise. And Twink's references are like at one point Twink says to somebody, it's not right, but it's okay. Thunderpuss remix. And I feel like the gays automatically know.
That is right.
Yes, it is so good. So go watch Q-Force. I'm to go
familiar
see
with
it.
I just like if you could see the list of things I'm trying to like catch up on.
Yeah, no, I understand, but I'm just saying to the people out there, if you're looking for something, highly recommend Q-Force. Sean Hayes voices the lead character. Wanda Sykes voices the black one. A lot of notable names throughout the Aunt Jackie from Roseanne plays one of the main female characters.
Laurie Metcalf is in it?
Yes. And it's just so good. Like the storyline went places I did not expect it to go. And it's just incredibly, I cannot say enough good things about it. So yes, Q-Force, truly enjoyed it. And thank you to the people who made it. And that's it. I'm done.
All right, work.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I will simply say, I know we went to the sick and shut in list last week, but this is not even really an address to the unvaccinated queen. I really want to talk about.
I was not going to bring that up. I swear to God, I was not going to say nothing about this.
I refuse to believe that's real. There is a layer to that I just don't know, because we don't know her. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I refuse to believe that you did all of that. And anyway, that's not even what this is about. Let me stay on topic because I intentionally steered away from that.
Okay,
so,
all right.
You should be fucking ashamed and disgusted with yourself if you participated in harassing Jennifer Huff after that goddamn interview. You know that the victim of Kenneth Petty's assault, Jennifer, did an interview on The Real last week, where she spoke very emotionally and in incredible detail about what Kenneth did to her, how he was arrested, and how Nikki and all of this other stuff has transpired since. And of course, the most devout members of the cult of Barbie took it upon themselves to go and send this woman death threats, harass her, and do all of this other stuff.
Oh my God.
And I just want you to know, like, bitch, you can love this woman with all of your heart and also shut the fuck up and sit down somewhere.
Amen.
And it's not hard. It's free.
Yep. They let you do it whenever you want.
Like, you can do it whenever you want to. She will be fine. And if she isn't, it's going to be dumb shit like you motherfucking cockamamie dumbasses running around and attacking people that have already been through enough over this slewfoot dumbass that she motherfucking married. Y'all bitches don't even like him. You don't even like him. You don't even like him. You spent a good portion of time before she had a baby with him, before they were like known to be married or whatever, flaming him for good goddamn reason. That didn't even have to do with the rape. Usually had to do with the fact that he ain't got no goddamn job and he can't dress.
Yep.
And things of that, you know what I'm saying? But like, let's add the fact that he's also a rapist on top of it.
Whew.
But now it's affecting your fave in a way, or her publicity in a way that she doesn't favor, so you don't favor it. And you will do and say, well, like, at what point are you a person? You could literally just be like, you know what? I don't give a fuck that my fave is married, you know, to somebody that raped someone, to a sex offender or whatever, and she don't give a fuck about it. I'm never going to hate her. Cool. That's your decision.
That's your business.
Why are you jumping into this lady's DMs and harassing her for? At what point are y'all gonna grow the fuck up?
That's not gonna happen. But y'all should truly be ashamed of that behavior.
Like, I don't even have it for her because I don't know what mama's over there doing.
Because then it makes me think about how Nikki was like, oh, you know, like how she tried to make it seem like this was some white girl accusing him.
Which gagged me because
bullshit. I'm like, this bitch?
I never listened to whatever it is that she said about this on Queen Radio because, you know, that's not my ministry. So I never assumed that this person was white. But when I saw the amount of people that did listen to it that were like, damn, I thought this was a white woman the way that she painted it, I was like, what? Why?
Because she said that. She's like, oh, you know, but white is right, though, right? You know, like, she definitely tried to make it seem like some white woman had came out of nowhere to accuse him of this. Or not even came out of nowhere.
If I would have thought that it was a white woman, I probably would have been like, well, let me hear everything about this. I mean, let's be honest. History, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right. But I don't know why. I never, maybe because Nikki lies a lot, but I just never paid that all that much attention. And she's clearly like not above saying and doing stupid shit on behalf of some nigga who don't deserve all this protection. So I just said, yeah, we'll see what come out in the rinse. And what came out in the rinse, a non-cracker is what? I don't know what she is, but white ain't it. So
I'm just like, do you see the, like, mom?
Child.
She is fine. I mean, she's not. You know what I mean? But not because of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
right. Right.
Oddly enough, it's.
And of course the stands are doing the most. Of course they are. I'm not even
the fucking anti-vaxxer shit is y'all's goddamn fault. Because you demanded that the bitch leave her motherfucking house and baby to go put on a fucking gown for you dumbasses at the fucking gala or whatever. And then that spiraled into her deciding to tell too much of her goddamn business and opinions and talk about nut sacks. Y'all, again, shut up. Everybody be quiet. And then last but not least, I want to say that they have announced over at Nintendo that they are working on releasing a Super Mario film. A real, I'm assuming CG Super Mario movie is due in theaters December 21st, 2022.
Oh. Okay.
Nobody needed this, but why not? Super Mario is literally one of the, highest grossing forms of media or whatever in the world.
Right.
So here we go with the voice cast, as was announced at the latest Nintendo Direct.
Oh no, please don't say
Nintendo Direct. And the latest Nintendo Direct.
Please don't say it.
Christopher Pratt will be the voice of Super Mario.
Not the worst, Chris. Why?
I don't even.
What?
I don't
Is
even.
He even Italian?
No.
I mean, I get that it's not like. I get that y'all are not like looking to make this historically accurate.
Like, no, he's obviously going to just speak in his voice. Right, I can see
obviously.
it already.
But why? This is so bad.
I mean,
I already don't like it. I'm already mad.
Mario doesn't say much, but when he does, it's in a little weird half Japanese, half Italian accent. So I don't understand what. It just screams like white people got in the room with some translators and the folks over at Nintendo and said, we got this. We got this. And likely a studio and producers that have done like, I don't know, maybe a Lego Batman movie or some other shit. And they're like, look at the numbers, girl. We got this. And this is what we've landed with. Anya Taylor-Joy, who I actually quite enjoy myself, is Princess Peach. Fine.
Oh, where do I know this white girl from?
Where would you know her from?
Is she in a white movie? Yes, obviously.
Yes. Right? I mean, The Queen's Gambit is what she's currently being talked about the most.
Maybe. Oh, yes. I've seen her face in all the previews for that. That's what it is. Okay.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Keegan-Michael Key is Toad.
I guess I'm just glad Donkey Kong is not a black person.
Fred Armisen is Cranky Kong.
Who? I never heard of that nigga.
I didn't even see all of these. Sebastian Maniscalco?
What a name.
Isn't that the white man that hosted the VMAs that year that we went and we didn't know who he was?
Oh,
that's what he looks like.
Oh my God.
He's voicing Spike.
It says VMA 2019. And not the main headline being, and the loser is when the award show host takes on stage. God damn. Well, God damn, that's rude.
I agree. I saw it live.
I mean, I don't even remember him, so.
Okay, so the two things that I can say,
Is he Italian?
I don't believe any of these people are, Sweetness. The two things that I can say, fine, I get it, I don't disagree. Jack Black is Bowser, which...
Oh, that will be festive. Okay,
Jack
no,
Black
I'm not watching it.
Kill that. And then Charlie Day as Luigi is... I don't even care if that nigga's Italian or not. Okay. Charlie Day as Luigi just sounds phenomenal. Always Sunny, Horrible Bosses, Charlie Day. Like, that...
He is in one of my favorite memes.
I mean, yeah. So...
I never saw this show, though. But okay.
I
don't want to see this.
What the direction that we're going in with like big budget animated films, which is just to like, I don't know if we're trying to get parents to take their kids to the movies by way of like A-list celebrity, because I feel like children don't give a fuck if the man from Jurassic World is Mario.
Right.
You know? Most of these kids probably don't even give a fuck about these goddamn movies because they're properties from the fucking 70s and the 80s. And the only reason that they fucking know about it is because their parents demand that they know about it so that their parents don't feel as old as they are.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my nephew started playing Paper Mario because my brother was like, you don't know about Mario. Like, I don't think he just came to Mario on his own.
Meanwhile, your nephew will flame everyone at Among Us in Fortnite. Things we don't know anything about.
Oh, easily. Oh, it's actually kind of sad. And Noah and that fucking Roblox, don't get me started.
The children they have their things. They have their things.
You know what I mean? And it's not Mario.
Some stuff sneaks through the cracks. You know, SpongeBob. Maybe, I don't know, Sesame Street. I think Blue's Clues is having a resurgence.
The kids who grew up on SpongeBob are in their 20s and angsty now. Like, it's not the youth. It's not these 9-year-olds.
Right, but there are kids that like SpongeBob of today. And most of them, like, the people that like current day SpongeBob or the people that like old school SpongeBob hate it now. Because it's not for us anymore.
SpongeBob is still on?
Yes.
Oh.
I don't blame you for
I had no idea they was
nothing to do. It's no longer our business.
I thought SpongeBob was purely a meme at this point. I had no idea they were making new episodes of that.
Airing That nigga's got a spinoff on Paramount Plus.
What?
New films. A new video game just got announced. SpongeBob ain't going nowhere anytime soon. So
I remember taking my little brother to see that movie. I remember this clearly, and he's 25 now. So,
but for some reason, I think that producers of these big animated films are casting for the expressly for the purpose of having that trailer that has that column of celebrity names at the end of it that starts with Chris Pratt and then ends with like Lena Headey or whatever, and then somewhere in there is like Lizzo and Pitbull, and it's like, hey guys, bring your babies, and the babies will maybe have a good time if the film is good because they don't know no goddamn better. They probably don't even give a fuck that Chris Pratt is Mario, and that doesn't make any goddamn earthly fucking sense in our reality. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Why? You're gonna have him speak in his voice, in his regular ass voice, the same way you're gonna have Charlie Day be Charlie, and you're gonna have Anya be Anya, and maybe Jack and maybe Keegan will do voices. Maybe. Fred Armisen will probably, do something for Cranky Kong or whatever. Everyone else will just be speaking into a microphone, Seth Rogen included. And I mean, Seth Rogen is already a believable Donkey Kong, but that nigga don't even talk.
I was going to say, what does Donkey Kong ever say?
Nothing. Nothing.
What are y'all finna do with this? Lord.
Oh, I hate y'all. Give me my things. Give me back my things. Stop it. Old as Mario is. Nigga about 38 goddamn years old. And here you come. Pissing all over all of the things that he's had. How dare you? Nintendo, how could you allow this to happen? Did they lie to you? Or did you just see the dollar signs? I'm telling you. Who's producing this fucking Super Mario?
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that was it. I'm not gonna should be ashamed, and whoever casted this Super Mario Brothers movie should be ashamed.
I'm not going, but it's not for it. It was not for me when you said Chris Pratt was playing Mario. No, thank you. No, I'll just stick to my video games. Thank you so much.
It's like Mario doesn't speak much, but when he does, it's very clear. There was a video of Assad, like on Assad's page of him and I guess his friends, cousins, I don't know. And they were all dressed in like Mario outfits and had someone on the side like giving in the lines like, it's me, Mario. And like all of the kids did the little voices. Cutest fucking thing.
Oh my God.
Ever. And now we're just going to have fucking Andy.
No, thank you.
From Parks and Rec.
Mm-mm. No, I don't like it. Thank you so much.
Well, you know what? This isn't about me anyway. But it is. It is. I just don't have children. That's what it is.
Right. But I take this personally.
I take this very
fucking
personally.
dare you? Mario was my childhood. Like, beating Super Mario Brothers 3 was one of the most exhilarating moments of my life.
Not to mention, there was the Super Mario movie from 93 that was just... If you know, you know. So like now was the perfect time to get it right. And you chose, to
not. Yep. You just told to do that. Boring, predictable shit. Interesting.
Alrighty. Well, that's it for me.
All right. Well, you mentioned Assad, and I just wanted to say shout out to Kavya James Union Wade, who has the best Instagram account.
Literally
period.
Flawless. No
Content
flaws.
queen. The rest of you simply need to catch up to what the girl is doing over there, because Kavya's Instagram is some of the funniest shit of my day.
That child is phenomenal. Everything about
when they were
Michael.
toasting Gabby's book.
I love her.
They trying to have this moment about the book or whatever. And Kavya's just like, my sparkling juice though.
Yeah.
Can we just get straight to me and my juice?
Let's get back to what matters.
You yapping all this about mommy when there's juice. We could be toasting.
Yeah.
She is just the absolute, that video of them playing football took me down. Them niggas take me to the house over it. And I watched it like 5 times. So thank you to Kavya for being who you are, and to your parents and family for sharing you with the world, because you are such a gift. And I'm just so thankful.
And that's a good point, because like, as we've said, I have a baby. You will see that nigga when he, she, or they have access to their own device that they have purchased with their own hardworking money.
Yes, it's not happening. But y'all, I don't know why Gabby and Dwayne let us have little peeks into this little girl's world, but wow.
Much as y'all have to say about their parenthood too.
I mean, which is really ridiculous. And see, I'm glad we didn't even get into the whole Will Smith and Jada thing, because I felt like that was really convoluted, and niggas did a lot about that article about their marriage, when I really thought
read that yet.
So their marriage, that was not what interests me, frankly. It was more of Will's attitudes about what happened with George Floyd, and how now there's all this money to make black movies, and some of his comments, I was like, oh, I don't know about that. But niggas was doing the most about their marriage, when it's like, I don't know how you stay married for life and not make adjustments for what works for you and your spouse. Like, you can't be worried about what other people think is the right way to be married.
Make adjustments to what works for you when you go through life, you know? So
like,
of course,
right. So of course your marriage is going to be tailored to you and your, but anyway, I read an excerpt from Gabby's new book. Let me go ahead and order that now, because the first one was good and this one looks good too. So, but just thank you for allowing your child to be on Instagram, because
she brings me a lot of joy.
They was trying to teach her to play football. First, she just ran without the ball. Gabby had to be like, come back. So then, they give her the ball. And when I tell you she takes off, and then collapses at the base of the slide, like it's time for a rest. But your girl ran it through for a touchdown first. And she's such a joy and such a delight. So
while we're still standing Kavya, one of my favorite videos of her was, I love all of the videos that make me crack up, but there was a video where she saw the Shady Baby book, her book in like a bookstore or something for the first time, and she walked up and she pointed and she was like, "That's me, and she like,
yes, that was the cutest thing.
I did. It was so wholesome.
That tracks, but yes,
yeah, it does.
Truly adorable child, and I'm grateful. It's a you thing to do.
I do. I have feelings.
I remember seeing that, and it was incredibly adorable. So yes. Thank you, Kavya. And that will wrap up this week's episode of The Read. This is theread.com, and on social media at This Is The Read. Shop theread.com for merch whenever we have new merch. Anything else from you before we get out of here? This episode is so long, even though I tried so hard to make it short.
Nothing on this side. Working hard. And
shout out to Issa for telling your secrets.
Also,
go look at Issa's Instagram if you want to know the secret.
Kavya, James, and pray that more young Black babies can have that level of unconditional love and upliftment.
Yes, we all deserve that support.
Black world.
Amen. Trying to make it better for the kids, because it's pretty much hell for us.
I mean, so our time's up. At this point,
it's a wrap on us.
The least we can do is carve something better out for the future.
The curtain has closed.
Yeah, we had our time and we missed. So, let's fix it for the babies, damn it.
Okay, I'm going to bed. We will see y'all next week.